It was a case that captivated the nation, the so-called killing fields. Women, young girls found murdered 20 years ago in the Houston area. Tonight, the parents of one of those victims, Laura Smithers, remembers their 12-year-old tiny dancer ahead of a planned memorial for her on Monday. Channel 2 investigator Robert Arnold with their memories and what finally helped bring them some peace.
I remember her dancing here in the living room.
For Bob and Gay Smither, the memories are crisp.
She brought love into this world.
On the morning of April 3rd, 1997, their 12-year-old daughter Laura went for a jog. She was less than a quarter mile from her Friendswood home when she disappeared.
The Corps volunteers made this for us and gave it to us in 97.
Meticulously kept scrapbooks.
And it really does capture Laura.
Tell the story of a massive search where police, friends, neighbors, and strangers worked together. 17 days after her disappearance, Laura's body was found near Pasadena. The name William Lewis Reese emerged as a suspect, but it would take nearly 20 years for law enforcement to charge him with Laura's murder.
There were times when we doubted if we'd ever get any resolution at all.
Reese spent the last 2 decades in prison, but that case involved the kidnapping of Sandra Sapau in September of 1997. She escaped, and her testimony sealed his fate. Unfortunately for the Smithers, the fog of time left many people with a false impression Reese also went to prison for Laura's murder.
We've encountered that over and over. Oh, he hasn't been tried. There's no justice for Laura, really?
It wasn't until last year the Smithers would see Reese back in a courtroom.
What was it like to finally see this man in a courtroom in relationship to your daughter?
There was a sense of peace that it was happening.
Reese finally started talking, and not just about Laura. He led detectives to the body of Jessica Kane, who disappeared from Lamarck this same year as Laura, and to the body of Kelly Ann Cox, who also disappeared in 1997 from Denton. Just before these revelations, Reese was charged with the murder of another young girl in Oklahoma. Like the others, Tiffany Johnston was also killed in 1997.
I think that is an indication of some type of remorse, as much as a sociopath is capable of remorse.
Laura's death led to the creation of the Laura Recovery Center, an organization that helps families and law enforcement on missing child cases.
We just knew that God had given us a job to do, that we had to pay forward what had been given to us.
What was given, the lessons learned from that search 20 years ago, poured onto paper in eventually forming the center's manual, which is available worldwide.
That says basically how a community can be very effective in looking for a missing child.
We wanted no other family to not have that support.
Yeah.
And the manual was our way of doing that.
William Reese is in an Oklahoma County jail awaiting trial for Tiffany Johnston's murder. The district attorney there has not yet said whether he'll seek the death penalty. When that trial is over, though, Reese will be brought back to Texas to face the charges here. Robert Arnold, KPRC, Channel 2 News.